So I actually have a couple questions for Michael.
Sure.
If we do approve this, can we vote prior to that to take out a newspaper ad and do a press release as the commission? We haven't spent all of our budget. I think because of transparency, you want to be as transparent and as forthcoming and get the word out as much as possible. That would be a good thing to do, taking out like a full page ad in the Coaster and issuing a press release to all the relevant local newspapers and media.
I think we'd have to speak to the borough candidly, because your budget is basically kind of at their discretion in some respects. From a legal standpoint, I do view the commission as essentially, not having functions after this. So I do think that the borough would have to be supportive of the effort, because they would be approving it subsequent to the commission being in existence.
So that if we didn't take the vote tonight, we could do a newspaper ad on what our findings were, or I'm just trying to get, I'm trying to be as transparent with the public and get as much information out there as possible.
I think to effectuate that will, if you guys contemporaneous with the vote tonight want to make a motion to direct me or your secretary to petition the governing body to pay for an advertisement of notice of the charter study recommendation, I think that would be perfectly reasonable. I would hope that they would honor that.
Okay, and what about a press release?
I think the commission can do that contemporaneous with this as well.
Okay. All right, so just a couple of things. Were brought up that I wanted to address, that it was 50-50 which system was better. The International City County Management Association rates the council manager forum as the gold standard, as Lauren said. There's less chance for abuse with that system, and that was one of the things that persuaded me. And I'll be honest, I was kind of on the fence, because I love who we have now as an administration. They're doing a great job, but I have to think past that. The other thing was brought up, what I believe most of I'm pretty active on social media, was confirmation bias. And I'd like to address that specifically. There's only 3 options we had to choose from, okay? Because there's only 4 options to begin with in Faulkner. One of them is what we have, small municipality. One is council, I believe it's council, mayor, administrator. And one is mayor and council. And the one is you can't do nonpartisan. So that was gone from the beginning. And the other, it's a strong mayor form. So you get right back to the same problems you have with a small municipality. And in that small mayor form, the mayor doesn't have a vote on council and doesn't even have to show up to council meetings. So, when people say it seems like you were looking at council manager from the beginning, I would say yeah, because it didn't seem like there were other choices that would fulfill what the people wanted us to do. And one of those items was a directly elected mayor and nonpartisan. So, yeah, did we look at council manager harder? Yes, we absolutely did. The other thing is, right now we have basically a full-time plus mayor. The job is a part-time job. We're lucky that we have a retired gentleman with the know-how and the dedication to do what needs to be done. I mean, I think you all know Al's probably working 60-plus hours a week at this job when it's supposed to be a part-time job. And as far as what was said about talking on Facebook about this, yes, I was very active on Facebook because I want as much transparency out there as possible. I want as much discussion as possible. And a lot of people on social media who care about this are on that. And as far as the community overwhelmingly being against this, I actually don't think that, I don't know that, because there's maybe 20 people here. We've had 5, 10 people at a meeting, a few people on Zoom. So I don't know that. So for me, a couple things to recap. I believe the council manager form has rather less chance of abuse by a rogue mayor or an overzealous mayor. or an underzealous mayor. I believe it is a better form in the long run. And, you know, I also believe strongly that we shouldn't take any decision making out of the hands of the public. I personally would commit to talk to anybody if we vote for the council manager position in the council manager forming the report. I'll be happy to talk to anybody about this, what I believe the advantages are. So, and I think my fellow commissioners would probably echo that thought. So that's what I had to say about that. And if I might, can I read the page 26 from the report that detail what the manager's powers are?
Commission's report.
Yeah, but you know, I didn't, because we haven't voted on it yet.
Yeah, and that's actually the statute.
Yeah, so, and this is from the statute. Here's, just to give people an education, the manager can be the chief executive, will be the chief executive and the administrative official of the municipality. They will execute all the laws and ordinances of the municipality. They will appoint and remove a deputy manager if one be authorized by the council, all department heads and all other officers, subordinates, assistants, except a municipal tax assessor, for whose selection removal no other method is provided in the article, except that he may authorize the head of the department to appoint and remove subordinates, and such department supervise and control his appointees and report all appointments or removals to the next meeting thereafter of the municipal council. Just not on here, but the mayor in this form of government does not do the land use board, okay, or any of the boards except the library trustees. That is for the full council. The manager will negotiate contracts for the municipality subject to the approval of municipal council, make recommendations concerning the nature and location of municipal improvements, and execute municipal improvements as determined by the municipal council. Please note, all this is in consultation with the council. The manager will see that all terms and conditions imposed in favor of the municipality or its inhabitants in any statute, public utility, franchise, or other contract are faithfully kept and performed, and upon knowledge of any violation, call the same to the attention of the municipal council. Attend all meetings of the municipal council with the right to take part in discussions, but without the right to vote. Recommend to the municipal council for adoption such measures as he may deem necessary or expedient to keep the council advised of the financial condition of the municipality, make reports to the council as requested by it, and at least once a year make an annual report of his work for the benefit of the council and public. Investigate at any time the affairs of any officer or department of the municipality, perform other such duties as may be required by the municipal manager by ordinance or resolution of the municipal council. The municipal manager shall be responsible to the council for carrying out all policies established by it and the proper administration of all affairs of the municipality within the jurisdiction of the council. Individual council members are statutorily prohibited from trying to individually influence the manager or give the manager or give orders to the manager's subordinates. Although the manager has broad authority, he or she may only act in accordance with governing body policy, the council. The manager may be removed by a simple majority vote of the governing body, unlike other forms of government which requires a 2/3 supermajority vote. So that's basically the powers of the manager. I just wanted to get that out there because I don't think it was talked about in detail in our meetings. So that's basically it. Be happy to answer any questions.
Good question.
But
I think we should check through the chairman almost to open it up.
oh, that's up to you, Rick, but I can answer his questions after. I can do it at the end.
I don't mind.
That's questions I don't
forget.
I have a question, Greenberg. You referenced that Simmons said, called it the gold standard. Who was that?
The ICMA, International City County Management Association.
So those would be people employed in that situation.
Mm-mm.
No?
No, this is a separate government organization. ICMA, you can look it up.
Okay.
It's actually, it's in my, the quote is in my statement that I gave a couple of meetings ago that I gave out to everybody.
The other thing is on doing the publication, I don't agree with our council that, once we vote, done, we really should be advertising. And also, we don't have our up-to-date count on our budget because we haven't seen bills from people. So
Okay.
to assume that we, have plenty of money.
Well, I don't think we've even gotten to the 35K yet, right?
Well, we don't
Or we'll find out.
find out.
Okay. Thanks, TJ.
So, sorry, so your position on report?
Is that I believe it's the best way to go, and I'm going to vote for it for those reasons.
What I could do.
Well, you don't know what-
100%. I mean,